The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're like, all right, we're going to do the next one. We're going to do a record. And it had to be a record. So, we saved some money and we started recording it. And same thing at Chris's house, like just on his computer. Got a better mic and like just slowly upgrading things, like better mic and a compressor and just, a small little mixing desk and thing. And then we did Different Rules Apply. And we would have done that sort of 99, 2000. We were sort of working on those songs. Sorry. And we dropped it. It would have came out start of 01. And we did the launch for that. And I wasn't too sure how many people were going to show up. It was at the Lion Arts. We'd done a few gigs and just sort of, like put us on wherever you can and we'll do anything you can give us. And just did a few sort of small shows. And then we did the launch and people turned out. And that was cool. I mean, it's not like, like a hood show or something, but for then it was, I don't know, what was it, 400 or 500 people or whatever. It was just like, shit, how do these people even know us? And it was a party. It was a good night. And that's when we kind of went, oh, all right, we can do some shit here.
Around that early 2000 period is where shit really did, the scene kind of started to open up, eh?
I reckon, that sort of 2000 to mid 2000s, it just kind of went.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people saw other people doing it and just went, well, why can't I? Like for us, we saw like when the hoods dropped Back Once Again and, holding this record in our hands, these guys that, a little bit older than us, but that we knew and sort of, were mates with. It's like, man, they did this. Like, this can be done, So we're looking up to them and seeing that they did it. And then, you're just like, all right, let's just do it. Let's see what we can do. And we did a dumb demo, but, it's something. And then I think other people are seeing that, right? Like, I remember the Funkoars' first ever show was on our record launch for Different Rules Apply. That was CS9 then, though. Same with Hospice. Like,
that was their first gig.
I got this photo of like Stu and Checkmate and Trials and that, and they're like babies. They weren't old enough to be there. Do you know what I mean? They were like 16 and shit.
Yeah.
And because we knew them like just through wherever, like Kirk knew Trials from the forum and shit, and I met up with Trials and like we just kicked it off like straight away. Like we're just, like-minded dudes who just like dumb shit. And so I did like a verse on his demo that he did. You remember like the Ugly Party or whatever? I don't know if you ever heard that.
Nah, I might have missed that.
Yeah, Charles' demo's out there somewhere. But
yeah, wow.
And I did that shit with him. And so we just all like, you kind of meet all these people and then it's like the people who were already doing it, like the Hoods and the Mongrels as well. Like I got to give a lot of big shout out to Flack and the boys from the Mongrels, Debris. Like they were sort of instrumental in helping a lot of the other younger dudes that they knew, like, let's get it cracking. And then as those people, like us and whoever else, the Oars and stuff, started to like find their feet, then other people, and it's like, yeah, well, and so it just kind of went like this. And, I don't know what the Australian hip hop scene's like today. I'm too old and like jaded and shit. You know what I mean? Like I hear some shit on the radio. I'm like, nah, it's not for me. But it seems like, it's mainstream now, right? Like you got all these dudes and they're on commercial radio but back then, forget about it.
Nah, man, the only spins you were getting was on Premium Blend.
Yeah, exactly. Like whatever the equivalent was around the country, you just, like that's it. That's how you got out, and just word of mouth and shows and stuff. And, shows were pretty wild and raucous too. So I'm surprised that we made. You remember how many shows there used to be a lot of shows.
Every weekend, man.
Yeah, every weekend. And they were decent. Most of them were decent sized shows. And, like considering what would go down at most of those shows, like with, toilets getting bombed and just the usual kind of shenanigans, I'm surprised that, but then the next week there'd be another one. They're like, fuck it, whatever.
Because the venues
making money on the bar. On the bar.
Hip hop heads like to drink.
Exactly, man. Like, come through and spend that money. It's like, oh, I don't care what happened.
You can pay for the damages.
Pay for that.
The lesson.
27. Oh, yeah.